The sun is setting on Boulder, Colorado, but we've got one last game of club baseball action on deck. The Colorado Buffaloes taking on the Wyoming Cowboys in the second game of a doubleheader today. Colorado just wrapped up the win in the first leg, 11-4. I'm Harrison Simeon. You're listening to Scobuff Sports, soon to be joined in the booth by Kieran Warger, and then Colby Wyatt, Balin Weisup, Lincoln Roach, and Nick Evans, all to maybe test the waters in the booth. So we have a great game of baseball on deck. And Kieran, what did you see out of the Buffaloes in that first game that allowed them to capture such a dominant victory?
Oh, Harrison, it was just a dominant performance on all sides of the ball. I mean, obviously, in that third inning, I believe, they scored 5 runs alone, which put them up with a comfortable 8-run lead to end that inning. They were just, but later in the inning, we really didn't, or later in the game rather, we really didn't see a whole lot of action. It was hit or miss as the Cowboys tried to come back, but proved ineffective as their early efforts by the Buffs really just put them on top.
Yeah, I mean, it was 11-1. We thought it might have gone to a mercy rule after the 5th inning, but Cowboys doing just enough to at least play out the complete game, 7 innings. This game to be 7 innings as well. And on the mound for Colorado, Victor Moreno, big lefty, one of the better pitchers in Colorado's rotation. As the lights are on here at Scott Carpenter Park, and we're just about ready to go underway, we'll take a quick look at Wyoming's lineup. Starting in the leadoff spot will be Morgan Ronning once again, this time moving to left field. Then Luca Kramer at second, Bryce Camino at third, Brian Piskorski at shortstop, John Leader at first, Cam Swartz behind the plate at catcher, Patrick Toole in center. Let me check one more time. The Ethan Bonham in right, and then Cody Chapman at pitcher. Yeah, once again, the Wyoming Cowboys batting with their pitchers, giving them a shot as we are set to go from Scott Carpenter Park. Moreno deals to Ronning, and we are underway. First pitch taken for a strike. We have a new umpire. Well, we wonder what his zone will be. We saw last umpire's zone was very high,
very,
up
very
and in.
high. Lots of strikes last game. It could have probably been avoided had we had an ump with a lower view shade.
0-2 on Ronning. That ball bounces up off the cleat of Jack Hamilton behind the plate for Colorado. We take a look at the fielders for the Buffs today. Same exact outfield, Luca Genovese, Mason Bailey, and Zach Andrews from left to right. Then Richie Biberoche at third, Nathan Hoffman at short, as it's a swing and a miss. Cha-ching from Victor Moreno. Morgan Ronning goes down swinging. But just to resume, Judd Stafford gets the start at second base, Andrew Garcia at first, and Jack Hamilton, as I said, at catcher. First pitch in there against Luca Kramer. Second straight start for the second baseman. The 0-1 misses high. As we really got some nice weather. You know, yesterday we were a little bit worried. Me and Nick, we got here to the game to be yesterday, and it was misty. They told us, hey, canceled.
Yep.
Thankfully, we've gotten the doubleheader for today.
But a beautiful evening indeed here at Scott Carpenter. Sun is going down, but so is the temperature. It's not too chilly yet, but we got the windbreakers and the hoodies on now up here in the booth.
1-2 pitch fouled away. So yeah, it's 62 degrees. Not really anything nothing too cold or nothing. And we've hit just the perfect blend of summer weather and a little bit of chill from the leftover winter. Someone would call it spring, if you can believe it. 1-2, foul tipped. Yeah, tomorrow the weather's supposed to be warming up.
Yeah, it's supposed to be high of 75 or 76 if I'm not mistaken, and sunny. It's going to be a glorious day to get outside. But it is final season here in Boulder, so we students have to lock in. But
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to use tomorrow to get out and enjoy it.
Yeah, last week of classes, as umpire calls time just before the delivery from Moreno.
Here comes Moreno.
Moreno comes set. The 1-2. In the dirt. Buffs looking to sweep the doubleheader. Yet to be seen if a third game will be rescheduled to a later date to complete the series. Moreno misses low. Back to 2-2.
Yeah,
Luca Kramer fighting in there.
For a while, they were sitting at a 1-2 count there as a back-to-back fouls. Count is evened out now.
That pitch misses, and it was actually 3-2. Our
Ooh.
Nick just flipped me off as he was correct and I was not. So Kramer with a nice at-bat draws the walk. Now it's Bryce Camino, third baseman today. Camino started at first base in game 1. Now is an opportunity with a runner on first and one down. Moreno fires in a strike.
Yeah, very similar lineups to what we saw earlier in the evening.
You'll learn to find out a lot of leftover Buffaloes, and I kind of mentioned a lot of them when I talked about the fielding lineup, but 1 through 5 for the Buffs is the exact same as game 1. That ball chopped foul over the third base line.
Only one out so far. Got
Yeah.
a man on first.
Moreno looks okay, just doesn't want to get into too many of these deep counts early in the game. Already at 13 pitches.
That's what Wyoming wants to do here to take that dub is work up those pitches on Moreno and force the Buffs into considering other options.
0-2 misses outside. Moreno comes set. Slim lead off of first, and he strikes him out. Second K of the inning for Moreno. Camino chases that one in the dirt for out number 2.
Now it's the shortstop, number 25, Ryan Piskorski.
Hey, that's the second time who would have thought 2 people could get this last name right? Piskorski. Check on Kramer at first.
Kramer hovering just beyond that first base. Look at the steal.
I thought the umpire was going to call that a strike, but I guess it missed inside or low or somewhere. It's 1-0. 2 down in this inning as that ball bounces to the plate. Moreno takes accountability and preps for the 2-0. That ball's in there. 2-1 now. 2-1. That delivery misses or catches the corner. Delayed call from the umpire. We've had a few of those. I think this is an umpire we've had before. I remember there was one, he would just wait like a good 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, then call a strike. That pitch misses low, count is full. That was pitch number 20 of the inning for Moreno. As Nick tries to teach me French. All I know is Bente, Spanish. 3-2. Runner went, but it's good. Buffs fielder started to walk towards the dugout, but it's a called ball 4.
Nice kid to see. Come up here.
Check your voicemail. You gotta call him this ball.
Yeah. Get off your knees, dude.
So Piskorski draws a walk,
He's calling that strike the entire at bat.
and that brings up John Leader with 2 runners on. He had a big-time RBI double his first at-bat last game. Swings at the first pitch, hits it to Hoffman. He's going to his right, slings it across the diamond, and he scoots him out.
And Victor Moreno will get a much-needed break after racking up over 20-plus pitches just in the top of the first alone.
Scoots him out is a new one. I will call that one more. Slings him out to end the inning. Buffs strand 2 Cowboy runners on base, and we head to the bottom of the first. 0-0 at Scott Carpenter. Back for the bottom of the first. Preseason NCBA now All-American, as I've mentioned that probably 5 times in 2 days. Nathan Hoffman starting at shortstop, leading things off for the Buffaloes against Cody Chapman. Wyoming pitcher started game 1 at catcher, now toes the rubber. Hoffman, relatively quiet first game, but he swings at the first pitch, a loud contact, and gets over the left fielder's head. A misjudgment by Morgan running. Here comes Hoffman. Ball gets to the wall. Hoffman's digging for 3. He is in there. A leadoff triple for Nathan Hoffman.
What a beauty. That is the biggest start we have seen today from either side.
Some excitement out the gate.
Junior,
Buffs jumping at the first pitch.
Junior president getting that huge, huge triple.
Yeah, Hoffman, a junior. Still got 1 more year till it's his senior night. We've got 5 seniors honored tonight for the Buffaloes. Here's Luca Genovese. Ball gets to the backstop. Here comes Hoffman home. He slides and he's safe. Buffs are on the board. 2 pitches, and the Buffs are already up 1-0. As a dribbler to the backstop allows Hoffman good speed, cruises home, slides in safe.
Beautiful. Let's see what Genovese can do here. Had some great chances in that first game. Let's see if he can maintain that momentum.
Yeah, Genovese had a couple hits, an RBI, the first game. Starting left field once again, fouls this ball back. Its count is, I believe, 2-1 or 1-1. Throw back to the pitcher, ends up in center field. Genovese, a left-handed hitter. And Cody Chapman a little rattled out of the gate. That ball fouled off.
Fouled way deep to the left. Yeah, if you were a car on Arapahoe Avenue, I'd be looking out right now.
Yeah, the placement of this field always been a hot topic of discussion. Count is 1-2 on Genovese. That ball nearly hits him, has to stumble back. 2-2.
Yeah, I know it's your bad.
Says it's his bad. Says it again. Make sure Luca sees it. Count is 2-2. That ball smoked into right. Good piece of hitting from Genovese, and he's on with a single.
Out comes designated hitter 29, Spencer Kazmarski.
And of course, we got our bat boy over there in the Travis Hunter fit.
Oh yeah.
What a run.
I think that's fit.
Yeah, Travis Hunter is here at Scott Carpenter Park. I know he's on the Jaguars now, but wanted to make one last stop in Boulder to watch the baseball games.
Love some club baseball.
Yeah, I mean, a little small compared to where I saw him on TV.
Maybe a little bit. Not sure what happened between now and 2 days ago when he was drafted, but hey.
Second check on Genovese at first. Kazmarski's in a 1-0 count.
This is gonna be a long game, so let's scrap that.
The pitch, swing and a miss. Kazmarski got a little tied up there. One and one on the DH. Behind him will be Garcia, Andrews, Judd Stafford, Richie Biberoche, Mason Bailey, and Jack Hamilton. That pitch swung on a miss. Throw back to first. And Genovese really being picked on over there.
Yeah, this Cowboys team, they're figuring him out. He loves to be sneaky, but keeping his wits about him in this game too.
Kazmarski digs. The 1-2. Inside, and it hits him.
Hey, Pitbull!
Plunked him on the shoulder. Has to say his bat again. And Kazmarski trots the first. Catches a little bit of a break in the 1-2 count, and that brings up Andrew Garcia. Big left-handed bat. Garcia maybe looking to duplicate his efforts on Thursday against Colorado School of Mines. Hit a tank of a home run. 2 runners on. That pitch inside.
We've only seen a couple of home runs hit this season in this park. It's really hard to, given the netting out in the outfield. I mean, so when you do hit one, it's a big deal.
Yeah, it's easier to hit it to right field. That's probably why we've seen a hitter like Carey hit it out to that right field area. It's 331 to the right field wall, and then 353 to left. In the corners, 334 left corner, 320 right corner, and then 387 dead center. Pretty close to, not quite a major league park, but Definitely has the dimensions.
It's pretty close.
That pitch misses inside again. Garcia's in a 2-0 count. 3-0 count, make that. You give him the green light here?
I think so.
Everyone's saying yes up
I
here,
think
so I'll
so.
just say yes.
Why not?
With how Chapman's looking, I would too. The 3-0. Misses high, ball 4. Garcia trots the first, and the bases are loaded for Zach Andrews.
Gracie Abrams playing. Great walk-up.
Andrews got the Gracie Abrams out here. He had who was the one that had Pink Pony Club?
That was Charlie Lesh, man.
Charlie Lesh had the Pink Pony Club, okay.
I like Charlie's taste in music. Will Gork as well. He's got a great taste in music, man.
First pitch, breaking ball swung on and missed. Bases loaded, still nobody out in this inning as everyone else is watching the Avs game up here. The 0-1, swung on, hit to short, turns it at 2. The throw to first, off the line. Andrews is going to go to second. 2 runners score. Ball gets past the shortstop. And what in the world is happening? Andrew Garcia was like trotting in the outfield even though he was out. But 2 runs score for Colorado. It's 3-0. We'll count it as a fielder's choice and an E4. Scores 2 runs. Three. So Garcia called out at second. But now it brings up Judd Stafford, who we were told has the best mustache in the history of mustaches.
Absolute legend.
0. Oh wait, one, sorry.
We've seen pictures of his stash, man. That is
Runner goes on the first pitch. Throw down, not in time. Andrews with another stolen base today. And now runner on third with 1 out now. Unfortunately, we can't see Stafford's beautiful mustache from back here in the press box.
believe us, that is a handsome man right
Yeah,
there.
we tried to get it on camera that first game. They were showing us pictures. But
If you go
Stafford's in a 2-0 count.
Go to Instagram, search at CU Club Baseball. You can see it for yourself, folks.
Foul tip.
Here you go, Judd.
Meanwhile, Cody Chapman's at pitch. That was just pitch number 40 for him in this first inning. Still only with 1 out recorded. Or rather, that was inaccurate. I think we just might have carried it over from the first inning pitcher. Chapman comes set. Runner on third, 1 out. 3-0 Colorado early in this game. Misses well outside into the left-handed batter's box. Count is 2-1. Starting to get a little dark here in Boulder. The 2-1. Misses outside, make that a 3-1 pitch. That was outside, and it's ball 4 on Stafford. That brings up Richie Biberoche, his first action today. He's got the Harry Potter walk-up song.
Looked up at the box. A little confused
Must be
here, but
what is it
We'll
called?
take it.
What is it, Gryffindor or whatever? I don't know. I don't know that. I read like one of the books. Runner goes, first
better
pitch,
than me.
and throw down is well off. Judd Stafford steals a base, which much to the surprise and happy surprise of the press box up here. So now runners on second and third. Still 1 down for Biberoche. Pitch misses low. Biberoche batting in the 7 hole. starting at third base. Still hearing the Harry Potter music somewhere.
We'll take it. Could have been.
2-0 pitch hit high, towering out to center. Caught by Toole. Runner from third tags up and scores. Andrews coasts home. It's 4-0 Colorado.
Way to do it, John Rich!
Call it a sac fly for Viveroche. That brings up Mason Bailey. He's been hot as of late. So 2 outs now in the inning.
Yeah, Mason Bailey, he sure knows how to turn this place up, man.
He's got the Neo walk up.
Oh yeah.
We're loving it. And he's had a great stretch of play both in game 1 of the series and back to Thursday against Mines. He swings at the first pitch, lofts it out to center. Center fielder charging on, and he makes the catch to finally end this first inning of play. Colorado puts up 4 runs, and they lead it 4-0 as we head to inning number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome back.
We're
at Scott Carpenter Park.
all right. Welcome back to Scott Carpenter. We got top of the second here. Buffs already in the driver's seat. 4 runs in the bottom of the first, thanks to a 8-batter rally. A couple different RBIs. Cam Schwartz, up to the plate.
Swartz.
Cam Schwartz.
Number 3.
Number 3, he's playing catcher today. Pretty good, solid player. Well, yeah, the Buffs took game 1. They look to complete the series victory. We're unsure when game 3 would be.
Bit
quite
less
yet.
of a crowd here for this game.
Crowd
as
did
compared to the one before.
Slow down a little bit.
Get a little chilly as the sun sets.
It's okay. Pitch skied by the first baseline. Garcia tracking it. Will make the play. 1 up, 1 down. What can you say about the Colorado Buffaloes fielding we've seen today?
Honestly, better than expected. In that first game, I'm trying to think, they kept them pretty good. Definitely caught a couple out there.
Up to the plate, Patrick Toole was on the mound last game, and he will get a base. I was going to say something negative about him, but I'll
Finally,
keep it.
something good happening for
That's a
Patrick Toole
good. That's
today.
a solid
Good
at bat
play.
right there. Toole gets on base. First hit of the day for Cowboys. They got one runner on with one away.
Who do we have here on the mound?
There's one out. Victor Moreno, still pushing out on the mound, was a star player last fall. One of the ace, got the most innings, put together really good earned run average and whip numbers. Here digging in for his first at bat, Ethan Bonham, out in right field. You know,
I think it's Bonham.
am I bone him?
Bonham?
We're not sure. Ethan. Ethan
For sure,
digging in.
Ethan.
It's
A
Ethan.
fan?
Yeah. Ethan Bonham.
No, I think it's Bonham. Oh.
Swung, skied into center field, just out of the reach of Mason Bailey. That will get to the wall. Toole will hold at third. Had an opportunity. A long double, but no runs come across for the Cowboys. But a big RBI opportunity for Carter Chapman.
Speaking of fielding, you think he could have gotten to that wall in time?
Me, no. I had my playing days. My freshman sophomore year of high school.
Play for Broomfield. Were you on JV or just
One
C?
lower.
C?
For 2 years.
Never made it to.
So,
Why not stick it out?
we couldn't really put bat on ball. Speed aspect wasn't there.
Yeah.
So I realized, let's take my talent to the booth. And here
Yeah.
we are. So.
I get that. That's how I was with T-ball.
Oh, T-ball. T-ball's a tricky sport, man.
It really is. It's hard to
See,
to hit the ball.
you underestimate the, barrel percentage in T-ball.
Could not agree more.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Anyway, I think if you put this Buffs team in a T-ball field, I think they're racking.
I think
They're raking.
I think they could really kill it. Well, I want to see if you put this Buffs team in the intramural wiffle ball national championship. How do you think they fare?
Well, they're losing. First of all, as Victor Moreno gets a second out of the inning, courtesy of a strikeout. No, I think, honestly, my wiffle ball team right now could beat anybody.
Yeah.
I'm out of commission because broke my collarbone, but
I mean, you got Colby Wyatt.
I'm managing. We got Colby batting in the 5-hole because we can't get a hit. Skied over to right field, taking it. What a snag!
Wow.
Zach Andrews,
Ho ho!
diving catch to get out of the inning. Had 2 runners in scoring
My
position.
Goodness. That's how
Zach,
you get it done.
wow. I mean,
Yeah.
blood pumping right now after that catch. We'll be back. Stay with us. You're watching Scobuff Sports. Stay tuned for the bottom of the second. Ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you back. Thank you for sticking with us this beautiful April evening. First on baseball, we got the nightcap. Lights are on here at Scott Carpenter. Buffs looking to take the day sweep, winning both of the doubleheader. They got a great advantage right now of 4 runs. But, Lincoln, thing about baseball, any lead could get hijacked pretty quickly.
That is real. Looking like, off to not a great start here for the Cowboys, though. Looking like a real attack on America. Cowboys being one of America's greatest teams.
Oh, yeah. No, correct.
I feel like when I think about America, just real red-blooded American teams, I think of the Cowboys and
Yeah, no, I agree. Cowboys in a little bit of a hole right now. Up to the plate, Jack Hamilton, senior, I think.
You know what else had a hole in it? The Pentagon.
Strike 3.
Strike 3.
Jack Hamilton. Jack Hamilton is retired. That will bring up Nathan Hoffman. I would trust Nathan Hoffman to fly a plane.
I don't know if I'd trust him to fly a plane.
I would hope he wouldn't try to pull any shenanigans.
Yeah, he seems the type to, if given the chance, pull shenanigans on a plane,
Yeah, but I trust him.
I don't know. Maybe fly the plane a little too low to the ground.
Yeah, I don't want him to, be hitting any buildings or towers or anything. So
Exactly.
Never forget that Nathan Hoffman was
A shoe salesman.
was the NCBA now preseason All-American outfielder. Never forget.
And it goes.
Pushes hands out for that one. Shallow makes the play. That is Piskrowski. That is the shortstop makes the play. Hoffman flies out. We got 2 down here in the top of the second.
Buffs are not off to as great of a start here compared to the first inning. Already 2 outs.
Yep, that is true. We got
and now a strike.
Luca Genovese. Got that Italian blood running through his veins.
He had 2 deep balls and more than field and changed.
We got 2 strikes. Cody Chapman comes home. Gets past him.
Number 20 at bat here. 20 really reminds me of the 20th century. You had 2000, 2001.
2001.
21st.
Oh, that's 21st.
1900.
1901.
1901.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking of a different 2-0.
Swung on, tapped over to short. Grounded well. The throw, not in time.
Oh.
Luca hustled that one out to extend the inning.
Is safe.
He is safe. That is true.
Just like the, kind of net of
Infield
safety
hit.
America had in the latter half of the 20th century.
Yeah. Spence hit by pitch first time up. In at the designated hitter position. First pitch almost hits him again. It's getting unacceptable. But that, I could say that. Avalanche get on the board.
And that is what I'm talking about.
Back to first safe.
He is.
That doesn't surprise me. Another day, another Draymond Green technical. Swing and a miss.
Not shocked.
2 strikes on Spencer. Or 1 strike.
The ump just asked.
Did they ask us how much?
I think so.
How much this pitch count was? We got 2 down. Got 2 down, gentlemen. 2 down.
Fun fact about this ump, sources are saying that he was smoking a cigarette and eating a panini between the games.
Heart healthy. No, I mean honestly, like if
Different,
you're thinking about if we're talking about the flavor differences, you go into the panini sandwich and then you just take a rip of the cig.
You know, I'd give
Just to wash down the panini. Bad throw over there to second.
makes it to second though.
But
You ever
clearly,
had
I mean, I think this umpire's doing a good job. So I like the cig and panini combo.
You ever had a ice cream and a cigarette?
I can't say I have actually.
It's a very strange mixture.
Yeah, I feel like that wouldn't be.
But
don't know.
I'm thinking about a menthol cigarette and some mint chocolate chip ice cream though. That might be a good pairing.
Fouled off.
Good fight, Spence.
Have you ever had a cigarette in a panini? You just take a bite of it.
You know, funny enough, no, I have not.
Anyway, we got 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Wyoming trailing by 4.
Trailing by 4. You can really make out the American flag on the umpire's jacket there. Really makes you think about some of America's best days and some of America's darkest as well.
Yeah, I
With
mean,
the sky being dark, you know.
it's beautiful, honestly, if you think about it. It's really, you know.
You know.
I mean, just, the pitch. Tattooed into the left field. That will get down. Scoring at least 1. He can walk home. Kazmarski, a great AB, going into third. He will get there safely. Did not need to slide. Great barrel hit on that. Ripped it into left field. Right to the wall. Buffalo's put on 1 more.
I'm telling you,
It's 5-0.
it's a little shaky at the start, but this offense here in this second inning is really starting to take the controls.
They are. They're taking, it seemed normal inning at
Yeah,
first.
It seemed like normal.
Then they really just took over.
Yeah.
Sort of hijacked this inning, and now
These Buffaloes are just flying and on the right trajectory right now.
nothing suspicious. In time, Andrew Garcia's retired in the first pitch. Buffalo's
I was
put on 1
mistaken.
more.
Looks like that plane is going off direction here with the Buffaloes.
5-0. Buffaloes. Stay with us. Top of inning number 3. Colorado,
Second baseman number 13.
5-0 lead. Morgan Ronning digging in on leadoff. Struck out his first time up. Victor Moreno. Great showing so far on the mound through the first 2 innings. Given up 2 hits, 0 runs, got out of a jam.
Now,
Last inning.
speaking of Moreno, you know
Strikeout.
who else has a name that starts with an M?
Who?
Mahid Mohek of Saudi Arabia, one of the hijackers of American Airlines Flight 77 on September 11th, 2001.
The pitch to Ronning. Just a bit outside.
Just a bit outside.
Everybody's a fan of fun facts.
Yeah.
I don't know where to classify that necessarily.
You wouldn't say that's a fun...
What about, like, a fact about a dog? Like,
You got any dogs?
I do have a dog, actually.
You know,
Her name is Willow. She has anxiety, though.
anxiety.
Pitch outside.
All right, I got a better fun fact for you. Did you know that bananas are radioactive?
Really?
Because they contain potassium.
See, potassium, you got to be
Ooh.
careful with potassium.
I know.
Too much will come back and get you.
Australia is whiter than the moon. Another
Like-
fun fact for you.
Wait. What do we mean by a walk to Ronning? Like,
So I guess the moon sits at 3,400 kilometers in diameter, while Australia's diameter from east to west is 4,000 kilometers. So
I thought I heard whiter, like the color. And I was
No,
like,
wider.
What are we talking about?
whiter than the moon.
Yeah, We got a runner on first. Nobody gone for Luca Kramer. Bryce Camino. Wait, what?
Bryce Camino at bat, number 9.
Oh, I messed it. We got Bryce Camino up to the plate. Runner on first. Nobody out. Wyoming down by 5. Here in the top of the third. Beautiful night.
Just a gorgeous night.
Gorgeous day. In the zone.
Looks like some City of Boulder park rangers have arrived. They've been here a couple minutes.
Hopefully
Maybe
we
not
don't.
park rangers. Looks like they're actually going to
Strike
maybe
3.
the water park here.
Bryce Camino. 1 on, 1 away for Ryan Piskrowski. I don't know.
Shortstop number
We are really
25,
going to need to see some
Piskorski.
improvements
That's
here
exactly what I
from the
said.
Cowboys.
That's what I said.
We gotta get it right somewhere.
5-0.
I think it's Piskorski. Piskorski?
Skorsky. I think that's what I think it
Piskorski.
is. Pisarkowski. I'm not quite sure, though.
You're denigrating a man's
Nonetheless,
name.
great ball player. Walk in the first.
How would you feel if I said it
Pitch
was
number 40 for
Balin
Moreno.
with soup?
See, it does hurt my feelings. I do.
Yeah.
Just outside.
Yeah, think about how he feels.
I'm sorry, Ryan.
His parents are probably listening in right now thinking, man,
now I
these
feel
CU
bad.
sportscasters, real
I
disrespectful.
won't say Pisarkowski anymore.
Oh.
Fouled off. That is ooh.
Foul. Was that caught? I
I'm
believe
not-
That was caught.
I'm not saying I want a car to get hit, but
I was not. Miss saw that.
I kind of want to see a baseball just crash through a window.
You know, I don't park in that lot out of fear. I feel like that Lincoln Town car
Yeah.
has the worst of it.
We could put money
worst
on it. What
odds- or
about
best
that
odds.
white car right in the corner?
The Jeep. White
That's
Jeep
probably
Cherokee.
up
I think that's
there.
just a regular Cherokee. Is it?
just outside.
Oh, good point. Incredible point. Oh, American manufacturing. You know, the Cherokee Jeeps originally
Two
from
balls, one strike. Swung on over the middle. Hoffman cannot make the play. I'll have runners on first and second with one out. John Leader. Great name. Dig it in.
Blake, number 60, John.
really wonderful day.
Coming
Now,
out at first base.
Speaking of great days, you know, today in 1927, Coretta Scott King was born. Martin Luther King's wife. You know, talk about a great day in history.
It's a great day. We should find out whose famous person's birthday it is today.
Famous person's birthday. You make a great point.
Leader will take ball number 2.
Well, I got a good fact of the day for you. In 1942, sugar became the first household staple rationed as part of the U.S. war effort. The government issues ration books with tear-out stamps, allowing every American, kids included, to buy 26 pounds of sugar per year.
Who would have thought?
How many
Over
pounds
to
of
second.
sugar?
Flip to
Oh.
first. Got him in time. Double play.
Oh,
Buffs get out of the frame. Turn the double play. We go to the bottom of the third. Buffs up 5-0.
Leading off the bottom half.
Welcome back. Leading off bottom half of inning number 3. Right fielder Zach Andrews. I'm echoing the voice of Kieran Warger over the
is this the Seinfeld music?
great walk-up
I
song.
think it is, yeah.
Seinfeld. The crowd is going crazy at Scott Carpenter. I know the camera can't see it, but there's about, I'd
Several
say,
hoots, multiple hollers.
yeah,
from
I'd
the
say
crowd there.
just about over 10,000 people.
Oh,
First pitch swung on over to short. Did he dodge the tag? No. Good effort there from Andrews, but he will be retired.
down to our
Second
first
number 11,
out of the
Judd
game.
Stafford.
Coming up to the plate now, Judd Stafford, confirmed son of Matthew Stafford. We asked. He said yes.
We sent a field reporter.
We don't see Matthew Stafford in the stands, but he's a busy guy.
Yeah,
so.
yeah. I think he was at the draft. I mean, I personally would make my son's game over
Well, I'm
something
glad.
like that.
I'm
but
glad you. Yeah.
I think that's just because I'm a good father.
Breaking news: Channing Tatum turns 45 today.
Do we have a graphic for that?
Channing Tatum.
Famous for his performance in
I-
G.I. Joe.
I watched a movie with Channing Tatum, and it had a dog in it, and the dog died in the end.
Oh,
and
I know
did
what
not
movie you're
like
talking
it.
about.
Yeah.
Oh. Goal
Avs
by
up
Nathan
2-0.
McKinnon.
McKinney.
Let's see if the Buffs can emulate that here. And nope, that's a foul.
Skied.
Oh, maybe not.
Oh, nobody can make the play. Matthew Stafford's son will get on base. Single in the
Some
book.
perfectly timed walkout music there.
Baseman number 7, Richie Piveros.
Stafford, that will
Three
count as a
Stooges
hit.
level performance by the Cowboys just then.
Funny how that works. Runner on first for Richie Biberosh. You know, I could really go for a historical fact right now.
Yeah, well, you know, we just saw an attempt to steal a base. Well, back in 1978, there was an attempt to steal the presidency of Iran. Afghan President Saddam Mohammed was overthrown and murdered in a coup d'etat led by pro-communist rebels.
You know, I've heard a lot about that. I heard that was a pretty rough time for the people, but, I mean,
Could not agree more.
yeah. Now we got a 5-0 game here in the bottom of the third. So, here is third baseman Richie Biberosh. Plays that hot corner very well. Solid play here. Stafford on first. Avs 2-0 lead after the first period.
Really
Letting everybody know.
need to beef that up.
Called strike there. 0-2 count.
You know, if I'm being honest, I think I'm more anxious with the Avs being up than if it was 0-0 or if they
yeah.
were down just at this point with
No, it's been
the
a...
last two games.
Biberosh will take a hit by pitch. Did he lean into it? Maybe. But he's on. He's on base.
That's all that matters.
He's on base. Mason Bailey
Center fielder number 13, Mason
up
Bailey.
for his second at-bat of the night. Flew out to center first time up. That's ironic because he's in center field today.
That is
So, full circle
very,
moment.
very funny.
Take ball one.
You know what's else in the center? Center, Colorado. You ever been to Center, Colorado?
I haven't. I've heard it's lovely, though.
It's in the middle of the state. Population
makes
of a
sense.
couple hundred there.
They should just call it middle. Pitch number 50 from Cody Chapman will be just upstairs. Bailey being selective, 2-0 count here.
You think Bailey enjoys some Bailey's Irish cream?
Reports have
source
it.
here
Reports have it that
saying that
yeah, Bailey's a big
Mason
fan.
Bailey does enjoy a good
Be our guest. Be our
Bailey's
guest.
Irish cream.
All right, coming on the mic here, we have Charlie Lesh up in the booth to tell a personal story of the person up to bat here, Mason Bailey, center fielder.
All right, so
Welcome in, Charlie.
let me set the scene here, right? So we're down in Texas, and, we had bad weather, so we had to play 3 games in one day.
Mm.
Right? They were all 9-inning games. But the night before, we played a 9-inning game against A&M.
Yeah.
When we got back to the hotel, and it's late. It's I think it's like 11:30. We go on a little run for some, some lip pillows, and we get back, and
Yeah, right.
we get back, and we're hanging in the lobby. At this point, it's like 12:15, and we're just chopping it up. We're just talking about nothing, right?
Bailey goes down
And-
on strikes.
I'm about to leave. As I'm walking out, hotel lobbies they have study room doors or like a common room door.
Yeah.
Right. It's about 11:30 at this point,
Catcher number 18,
and I'm
Jack
about to go to bed.
About to go to bed. Tired.
And
Long day.
I'm like, I wonder what's behind this door. And mind you, we have to get up at 6 a.m. Right. So I'm already like, all right, my sleep's already kind of screwed. I open the door.
Yeah.
Right. And I see Mason Bailey sitting there with a 24 rack
Whoa.
playing 2K.
Whoa. Mason.
And I'm like,
Wow.
Bales,
Yeah.
what do we do? He got some other devices on him, too. I'm not going to lie. But
Right before
I
a
walk
triple
in-
header.
Right before, not
Right?
even. I mean,
Hours
hours
before
before
a
a triple header.
Hours before,
And, you
just
know,
I mean,
Hamilton with the strikeout. But
Yeah.
I mean, that was really like, wow, Bailey, you are just one of a kind.
And then what? Did he go 3 for 3 the next day?
Far from it.
Oh,
But
that's all right.
no, but it was just. I ended up staying up for another like hour, playing 2K with Bales.
Just chilling.
And
playing
I
some
mean,
2K.
wow, what a great moment. I mean,
Great moment.
it was great team bonding. You know, I got about -4 hours of sleep.
But it was
But-
worth it.
It was worth it, and
worth
and
it.
from that moment, I knew that Mason Bailey was just a dog. I mean,
Just a great guy. Great overall
Pure
player.
dog.
Great ball player.
yeah, what a guy.
Buffaloes lead 5-0 after the third. Stay with us.
It was true.
So we're back for inning number 4. Colorado leads Wyoming 5-0. Still joined by Charlie Lesh in the booth with a story about the man on the mound right now who has 3 shutout innings so far.
Yeah,
Victor
Vic.
Moreno, take it away.
All right, so I think this was in the fall, right? And it was snowing out. I think we had practice probably at the rec, right? And I get a text from Vic. Yo, I'm not going to make it. All right, well, I don't care. I mean, I'm a freshman. Like, why are you telling me that? He sends me a video on Snapchat, right? Little purple square. I'm ready. What's going on here? I mean, you're not coming to practice. You send me a video. Vic had a nice Corvette, and I say had because he sent me a video of his Corvette just destroyed on the side of the road.
Ooh.
And I was like, Vic, what are we doing? 30 minutes later, Vic shows up to practice.
That's dedication.
It's dedication. It's dedication. And there's a reason why he's shown 3 scoreless frames. I mean, this guy comes to practice every day, no matter what. No matter what. Car or no car.
You had to
Yeah.
walk to practice, I guess.
Well, yeah, he walked up 36 all the way to the rec. But I was shocked, man.
Cam Swartz hits this
watch
one to
this
the left
play.
side.
Watch this play.
Sliding play by
no
Hoffman,
play.
but can't make the play. Just has to stop it in shallow left. And
Right.
Cam Swartz gets on with a single.
All right, I'm gonna hop out of here.
All right, appreciate
But
it.
Appreciate you having me on.
Yeah, of course.
Here we go.
Got any more stories? Let us know. So now we're joined by Colby Wyatt after
Oh yeah,
it's your first action on the mic since game 1.
yeah. I'm happy to be back for game 2. Almost as happy as I was to hear those stories about our Buffs players here.
No, I do wonder. I haven't seen that. Well, you know what? Look over here. We got the Bat Boy. Might be close to his bedtime.
Yep.
Travis, gotta go catch a flight. See Trevor Lawrence. Studio update. We got a potty break.
My
But
question
it's
is,
Patrick Toole steps in. Oh, 1 for 1 today. Takes low.
my question is, who is the Bat Boy?
Do we know who the Bat Boy is, Charlie?
Now that But-
Ah,
with him on a potty break, who's taking his place?
Luke Hunter
Luke Hunter?
is the name of our Bat Boy. Confirmed to be the coach's son.
Okay. Nick texts me after he gets in the dugout. And he goes, can you play my song?
Throw back to first, nothing there. Count is 1-1 on Toole. We're having some fun. It's
Yeah,
senior day,
we are.
might as well.
Oh yeah.
Reno comes set. Throw over.
Got to keep him honest.
Gotta. Swartz had a fly out his first time.
But, you know, as you were
First
saying,
hit of the day.
if there's any time to have fun, it's right now when you're up 5-0.
Yeah. That pitch in there.
Yep.
1-2.
Right there. Caught a healthy amount of the inside half of the plate there. That was a good pitch. Let's see if he checks the runner one more time. It's a sizable lead.
He
Yep,
checks the
there
runner
goes.
again. He's hung him out to dry. Garcia's got him in a pickle.
Nobody's
Now
at first.
nobody's on first, and he gets back there. Swartz caught himself in a rundown, but got himself out of it. Now a little shaken up at first after the slide. But some miscommunication
Yeah,
in the field has really
nobody was there to
Yeah.
cover first.
no one was there after Garcia threw down.
Weren't ready to defend against the pickle.
Buffs have been pretty much perfect in the field today, but that time not so. Breaking ball misses inside, and it's 2-2.
Honestly, I'm surprised that ball didn't hit him. That broke the last second.
The 2-strike count, runner goes. Pitches outside, and it's ball 4. So it was a full count rather than 2-2. And Toole reaches on the walk.
Yeah, he was sprinting to second there when he could have just jogged there instead.
Now here's Ethan Bonham. Had a double to right center last time up. What about Lane Kiffin's Wikipedia? Ethan Bonham, maybe the son of John Bonham, guitarist for Led Zeppelin. Who knows? Maybe there's some lineage there.
Yeah, maybe. Wouldn't that be something?
Count is 1-1. That's a strike. Bottom in a hole, but Wyoming threatening 2 runners on base. There's the pitch, and it's strike 3. Bottom knew it and walks to the dugout.
Yep, didn't even try to argue that one as it caught the bottom of the zone.
Yeah, he was already making his way to the dugout before that crossed the plate. Now it's Carter Chapman. Pitcher struck out his first time up. Takes a ball.
Yeah.
A little MLB update. Eugenio Suarez of the Arizona Diamondbacks. 4 home runs and 5 RBIs today. That's pretty unprecedented. I mean, well, I guess
Yeah.
a few people have done it before, but
That's, you know, they say that's maybe the hardest feat.
for
some
some
people,
reason,
some people will say that's harder than a no-hitter.
ooh,
Yeah.
is it that hard if Scooter Jeanette has done it?
Yeah, Tyler Gilbert said it threw a no-hitter. So you know he does that.
There's a strike. That's always who I think of when I think of the 4-homer game. Scooter Jeanette. I don't know how. Shout out Red's second baseman from back in the day. Also remember Josh Hamilton, of course.
Yeah.
Suarez, yeah. Shame he couldn't do it on the Mariners. I was a fan the year he was there. There's the pitch inside. 2-1 the count.
Yeah, you know,
Buffs
I'm
lead at
trying,
5-0 here in the 4th.
yeah, I'm trying to remember here because, of course, I'm a Cardinals fan. I can't remember the last time a Cardinal had a 4-homer game.
Pujols never do.
He
That
might
ball
have.
hits center. Bailey's coming on, and he makes the catch for out number 2. I love Kieran like this. Every time he does a walk up, he kind of just has that whisper in his voice. Mark Whiten is the only Cardinal that has 4 home runs in a game.
That's crazy.
I've never
Back
heard
in
of him.
1993. Ooh, as that pitch is taken outside.
But Morgan Ronning steps to the dish with 2 down. Takes the ball. 2-0.
And 2 runners on, 2-0 count. This is right where the hitter wants to be.
Moreno delivers. That ball hit hard to third. Biberosh makes the play. That retires the side. We head to inning number 4, or bottom of inning number 4. No damage done by the Cowboys. It's still 5-0 Colorado. Back for the 5th, top of the order, or my bad. Bottom of the 4th, top of the order 2 up for Colorado. Nathan Hoffman led this game off with a triple. Then a pop out to the shortstop.
Yeah, and the Buffs are hoping to keep a good game going here. Already up 5-0.
This might be a new pitcher for, I believe that is Ethan Bonham, who started this game in right field.
Off the bottom half of the 4th inning for your Buffaloes, shortstop number 17, Nathan Hoffman.
So Hoffman steps in against the new pitcher, Bonham. And also, I don't know why I said he was the son of a guitarist from Led Zeppelin. But John Bonham was the drummer.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know how I got that wrong. I was a drummer myself. First pitch fouled off.
Wow, you were a drummer.
Robert Plant was the singer. No, that was Jimmy Page.
Were you in a band?
I was not in a band. I just did it for fun.
Oh,
Hoffman takes the ball. 1-1.
we just got we just got word that one of our crew members, Lincoln, was in a
Lincoln
band
was in a band.
called Sad, right?
Would you
Oh, they covered Fun?
It was a cover band
Oh
of
my
Fun
God.
called Sad.
That's amazing.
1-1. Just missed.
How could you? We also just got word that even though they were a cover band for Fun, they did not do one of their most popular songs, Some Nights, which is an interesting choice. I'd say.
Definitely a darker version, darker takes on
Yeah.
band Fun. What happened to Fun? They had some good songs.
I think they just disbanded. Lead singer went solo.
I guess everyone knows except me.
Yep.
Jeez.
Wow.
And the drummer is also one of the most successful music producers.
2-2 to Hoffman. In there, I guess it was 2-1. My bad. Oh. Kieran had me fooled. That's okay. 2-2 now. Bottom comes set with the stirrups. Bounces and wild pitch. Hoffman's going to make it to second. Or can he? He can. Count was way off. I guess it was ball 4.
Yep. Ball 4, he took advantage of the wild pitch.
And that brings up Luca Genovese.
That's the heads-up base running that coaches are going to talk about at practice.
Yeah. It confused me, though. We got to lock in on the but wait, there's the umpire's coming in. Hold on. We might be figuring this out. Oh, never mind. Just confirming.
Okay.
So Nick was wrong. We were all wrong up here. So
And now he's looking at us.
no one's fault.
I'm not on the ball to strike. Don't talk to me. You just worry about calling them.
The umpire, who has struggled with the strike zone all night.
Not sure why he's telling us that. He should have his own thing. He should have a clicker. I mean, he's an umpire. Coming up, calling out Kieran up here. He's done a solid job. I don't know what he's talking about. Genovese takes a strike. Oh, Kieran keeps doing it. Kieran standing up to the
If our broadcast
authority.
ends, it is because we were kicked out.
A 1 pitch into left center. That'll get down. That's a base hit. Here comes Hoffman. He's headed to the plate. And he is in time. Throw is slightly up the line. Genovese into second. It's an RBI. 6-zip.
That was a great decision to round third and go for home there. Ended in another run. 6-0.
Travis Hunter has a hoodie on now.
Lost
I mean,
his
we
jersey.
he's still Travis Hunter. Had to, take his potty break, but he's back. Kazmarski steps in. Colorado now up 6 here in the 4th. That pitch missed. I don't think he has a clicker. He's not really doing much.
Yeah,
Just kind of
no.
standing there. If he has to rely on us, I don't know what we're doing here. What would he have done if we didn't stream the game?
I don't know. And, this he's saying a lot of stuff for a guy who's wearing a big coat in a nice night, on a nice night.
Ooh,
Yeah.
he'd get him there. Hopefully, I don't know if he can hear us from right here. 2-0 on Kazmarski. And a quick mound visit now.
Oh, apparently there's just...
I'm trying to tell if
They
this
just have a
umpire
game.
has a clicker. I think he does. He's holding something. I don't know why he's upset then.
No, I don't think he does.
Either way, I wouldn't know. You should be able to umpire a game without the scoreboard, in my opinion. we're trying to.
I'm trying to see if he has a clicker.
Colby looks like he's looking at his butt.
I'm just trying to
I'm
see
looking
if he
at
has a clicker in his left hand.
His right hand.
His left hand.
Oh, it's
might
in his
have
left.
a clicker. Yeah.
3-0 and Kazmarski. Here's the pitch. Fouled away. had the green light. 3-1. Bonham struggling a little bit with command out of the pen. He sets for the 3-1. That pitch misses well upstairs, and Kazmarski trots the first.
Easy at bat there. He wasn't really tempted to swing at much.
Andrew Garcia.
Travis Hunter collects the rubble
Yep.
and sets up Andrew Garcia with 2 on, no out.
You know, you ever thought of becoming a bat or a ball boy or a bat boy for like an
have.
MLB team?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
back in the day, like, just my first few baseball games I'd ever go to, like, that's a sick ass job. Like,
Yeah.
pardon my French. I mean, we've talked about 9/11 today. I don't think it's that bad if I say that word. Though after, I think I wanted to be a ball boy or a bat boy. I saw those like highlights of the messing up down the third and first base lines.
Yeah.
And ball gets by the catcher, runners will advance. But I saw them messing up or handing a fair ball to the fan or something, and I'm like, okay, never mind. I would never survive in that kind of embarrassing scenario.
No.
I mean, imagine you do that. Like, imagine it's a Game 7 of the World Series and that happens.
Oh, and you just like drop an easy ball, let it get past you or something.
Yeah, like
Or you mess
or you
up,
just
like,
or it's a fair ball and you
and
just
then
like
you
hand
hit
it to
it,
somebody
yeah.
and think it's foul. Swing and a miss by Garcia.
point.
1-1.
Definitely some high stress situations for the ball boys
Yeah.
in the MLB.
Buffs threatening to get towards the mercy rule territory here in the 4th. Walk, double, and walk so far. Bonham comes set. That ball hit out to left. That's an RBI base hit from Garcia. Here's the throw home. It's cut off, and the Buffs score 2 more. It's 8-0.
I've said it before a few times, but I love the speed that the Buffs have on the base pass. Able to get 2 runs from a single right there. Beautiful.
Right fielder.
Garcia with a
number 3,
pair of
Zach
RBIs.
Andrews.
Now it's Zach Andrews. Andrews had a fielder's choice where he came around to score back in the 1st inning and grounded out last time up. That ball in the dirt gets by. Garcia can do the worm to second base.
Yeah, and that's just one of many pitches we've seen get past the catcher today.
Yeah, Bonham really struggling with command. Andrews digs in, gets to
Another
the
one.
backstop again. Another free 90 for Garcia. Now
Two-
a runner on third, still no one out this inning.
2 in a row, back to back. Kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's 8-0. 90 feet away from 9-0, and then we're in talks of ending this game next inning, because it'd be 5 after this. There's a strike. Bottom calms himself down a bit. It's 2-1. Andrews fouls it away.
That should be into the street.
Yeah.
Oh,
It hit something.
it hit something. Something made a very loud noise.
The entire crowd. That's probably the biggest crowd reaction of the night. Just
It
watching
might
the ball
be.
hit a car.
We have somebody going to check out, see what that ball hit.
Yeah,
We will
Balin's
let you
going
know.
to report back to us. Or not. We can't tell.
No reports yet.
Well, there's a Wyoming player trotting out there.
Oh, it might have hit the house.
Fouled away
Oh,
again.
another one.
Look out. Oh!
Oh!
That second car hit this at bat.
Cash, that's you!
I believe it might be Cash Mardo's car of the Colorado Buffaloes.
That's Rishi!
Or it's Rishi Nair, never mind.
Rishi!
We're trying to figure it out, folks. We have
That took one bounce, went straight into a car.
Zach Andrews, not a fan of automobiles, as he takes this one inside.
Hey, what? You get on the mound there.
And Bonham thought it was a strike.
That was crazy.
Yeah, Andrew's probably a fan of public transportation.
Yeah,
probably
he's-
more like a bike guy,
Yep.
subways, the 3-2. Low for ball 4.
It's a man who watches his
he
carbon
wa-
emissions.
Maybe he
Yep,
walks
he just
places.
walks. Yep.
He walks places, draws the walk. Very fitting.
He is saving this planet.
And that brings up Judd Stafford with still nobody out this inning, runners on the corners.
You a country guy, Harrison? Like country music?
You know, I wasn't for a long time, but I've started to slowly get into it. Mostly like the older stuff, like 2000s, 90s. A little bit, yeah. I don't know. Well, like older than now. I mean, not like the modern, like Florida Georgia Line or whatever, but I'm not a Morgan Wallen fan or nothing, but 70. I mean, like
And
I've
90s.
listened to my Johnny Cash,
We're-
Alan Jackson.
We're talking about country now here in the booth. Tracy Lawrence? Oh, 1982?
Can't say.
No,
I
no,
listened
no,
to
the
it.
song.
Oh yes,
So
definitely.
Hank Williams, Jr. We're going real
I've
back.
definitely heard my fair share. Mercy rule, run, on base now. Runner goes, popped up near the Buffs dugout. Third baseman's charging at it, but he overruns it and it lands mercifully foul.
Yeah, I think he overran that ball by about maybe 4 or 5 feet. He was not
Yeah.
quite close to it.
That's Bryce Camino out there. Judd Stafford, a walk and a single to his ledger just thus far. One and one, the count. That pitch misses.
Just outside.
Pitcher doesn't like it. See, the pole's kind of in my way, so I've kind of had to look at Bonham to know whether it's a ball or strike.
You know-
Because he's been very expressive out there.
And the pole is in everything's way. It's kind of a nuisance to film around from the camera perspective.
Runner goes. Foul
Oh.
away. Look out. No car.
That's a good swing, Sticks. Yeah, Sticks.
So Stafford fighting in there. 2-2 is the count. Will the runner go again? He won't. Pitch inside, dropped by the catcher, but doesn't go anywhere. Count is full. Pitch
Showing
30.
off his flexibility to dodge that ball there.
Yeah, Bonham, pitch number 30, hasn't recorded an out thus far.
Sure enough, we are still at 0 outs. Wow.
The payoff, runner goes. Outside ball 4. And the bases are loaded. Richie Biberoche steps in. So that's the 4th walk of the inning for Ethan Bonham. And
And we got somebody
he's gonna
walking
get a
out
stern
there.
talking to, yeah. We'll see if they change who's on the mound. It's been walk, double, walk, single, walk, walk. And it'll be Richie Biberoche to face whoever stays on the mound.
Here we go. They're on. Come on, Rich.
As it is pitch black outside. Maybe
Yeah.
maybe today's hit about pitch black for Wyoming Cowboys. You know, just kind of ready to go home.
Yep, I feel you there. And if it really keeps on at this pace. We only have one more inning to go.
Yeah, about at this pace, I mean, runner in scoring position would warrant mercy rule possibilities.
You know, and also runner on third. We've seen this pitcher throw a lot of balls into the dirt.
So yeah, Bonham stays on the mound. Throw back to first. I would have to wonder how many strikes he's thrown today.
Oh man, I do wish we had a counter on that because
You know, what do you think they said during that mound visit?
you gotta calm down. Bases are loaded now.
Probably
Simplify the
maybe
game.
maybe the dreaded just throw strikes.
Yeah.
That's probably what he said.
You know, I don't know if it's
I mean,
ever
if you're a
good to
strike
tell
there-
a pitcher to just, hey, just throw strikes.
It's
I think
impossible.
probably the
It's like you gotta
approach
do
as a coach is
you
to be
almost
more
gotta
like, simplify.
reverse psychology. You gotta be like, hey man, just throw it wherever. I don't care anymore.
I don't care anymore.
Well, that ball's to the backstop. Garcia comes home and scores. It's 9-0.
You know, it wasn't a crazy prediction, but I did call that. And like maybe 2 minutes ago, I did. So
Yeah, cold take, but a correct one. As Garcia scores on the wild pitch.
and you know, we might see one more of those because now we still have a runner on third.
Yeah, 2-1 on Biberosh. Swing and a miss. As we've hit sing-along time
Yep.
here in the
We're
press
at
box.
that point in this baseball game. They're a little out of tune.
The 2-2. Gets to the backstop again. There, you are correct.
And that one was maybe 1 minute away. So.
And it's 10-0 Colorado.
And guess what? We still have a runner on third, so we might see one more of those.
So that's the second run scored off a wild pitch this at bat.
Yeah, this crowd is really getting into it, if you can hear them.
3-2 count to Biberosh. Fouls it back.
Attack! You tell him, Elon. Tell him, Elon Musk.
So Biberosh, nice at bat. Hasn't had too many competitive pitches besides the ones he's swung at. So
Yeah, pretty much.
have to imagine anything close he's going to be looking at to take into
Yeah.
the outfield.
Imagine.
And it misses nearly another wild pitch. Biberosh draws the walk. The infinity ERA continues, and a Wyoming arm immediately goes to warm up in the pen.
Yep, makes sense.
Walk number 5 on the inning for Bonham sets up Mason Bailey.
And he did good there to get back into the count, force it full, and then just threw a non-competitive pitch.
Yeah. I have to imagine as Biberosh tried to steal the base without
Mistimed
Bonham
his
even-
jump there.
without Bonham even looking, as he throws over before Biberosh can even lead. Bonham, a frustrating inning, nightmare for any pitcher.
Yep.
Just unable to throw strikes, 5 walks and 7 batters faced. And it's 10-0 Colorado.
Yeah, after that, now he's really going to be conscious of the steal because, well, he gave away the fact that he wants to steal.
Yeah. Biberosh is kind of standing like it's kind of leisurely over there.
Ball catches the top outside corner.
Oh, 1 count on Bailey. That pitch misses high.
Yeah, I've noticed here that our pitcher really has the same approach to every batter, and that's to get some movement that goes outside, at least against the
outside
righty
of the
batters.
zone. I mean, he's definitely trying to get them to chase. I will say that.
Yeah.
Hasn't worked too many times,
See right that.
but that pitch is in there for a strike.
But he is living outside.
He's up over 40 pitches this inning. The
Got some
1-2
fan interaction
misses
here.
well high. A confusing inning in all aspects.
Yeah, everything's been interesting.
Yes. 2-2 on Bailey.
Wow.
Tips it foul. Watch out on Marine.
He had to stretch to hit that ball.
Some people from Arizona came up here and has to come in the press box. Not really sure why.
This press box isn't as big
They
as
were
they think
denied.
it is.
That pitch misses. Count is full again. Nightmare for Bonham continues, but he still has 2 strikes on Bailey.
This press box is only for trained professionals like ourselves.
Yes, we have been the most professional any broadcast has ever been in history.
Yes, that's right.
Full count, pitch, hit on the ground, just foul down the third base line.
Yeah, that went foul in the last bounce, too. I thought maybe even it stood fair, but no luck.
We're nearing the twilight zone here.
Yeah. What I'm seeing, though, is Bailey really wants to hit this ball. He's willing to stretch his zone whichever way to make contact.
I think he's just kind of sick of watching his teammates walk.
I think so.
Payoff pitch. Ball 4.
Walk
Walk number 6, and Bonham is clueless.
That was his last pitch.
As another mound visit, second of the inning, and there's a man with a glove that will take over on the mound.
And
So-
personally, that switch was a few batters too late. I would have had a pitcher warming up a long time ago, but,
Yeah.
It's a doubleheader today.
Bonham exits 8 batters faced, 0 of them retired. An infinity ERA, as that will be number 31. It's Stratton Miller. He's back. Stratton Miller. Stratton Miller back on the mound.
For your Avalanche. Goal scored by number 92, Gabriel Landeskog at 6:50 remaining in the second period.
Yeah, so if you couldn't hear
If you couldn't hear.
Avalanche are winning, yeah.
Yeah. We've definitely kept them.
Avalanche.
In other news, Devin Williams has been DFA'd by the Yankees.
Some more baseball updates. That probably wasn't correct. But meanwhile, Stratton Miller came in relief in game 1. Was solid. His second appearance. His second appearance.
Devin
of the
Williams
evening.
has had a rough year this year.
Yeah, I will say. Jack Hamilton due up for the Buffaloes. Travis Hunter having some fun with Nathan Hoffman over there by the dugout.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis just having a fun night. I mean, he's had quite a few days.
Yeah.
I mean, he's drafted by the Jaguars on Thursday.
Yep.
Comes and got shrunk down by the shrink ray by Shad Khan out in Jacksonville, and now has to go back to Boulder. He probably, when he walked up to Dion, he was like, "Man, I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna go to a club baseball game though."
A lot of respect to him, though, for doing it.
Yeah, I respect it. And now he's just having some fun.
Yeah.
It's a late night for him.
Hey, aren't we all having some fun
He's
at
gonna
this
get a
game
good
tonight?
night's sleep.
Yeah. Me too.
Bases loaded, no one out for Jack Hamilton. We're nearing a half hour in this inning alone, and there have been
Still
zero outs recorded. 5 runs across for the Buffs, and looking for more with the bases loaded.
This is
Miller fires a strike.
actually an impressive showing from everybody involved here. This 30-minute inning.
Yeah, I will say. Half inning
Half inning.
alone.
Yeah.
Jack Hamilton has had his struggles in recent memory. 2 strikeouts on the day, looking to avoid the hat trick. Tips it foul. down 0-2.
He went low to make contact with that one.
Try to scoop it out of the dirt.
Yep.
At this point, when you're struggling with strikeouts like you are, gotta just change your approach up.
Yeah.
The 0-2. Foul tipped. It's 10-0 your score here in Boulder. 0-2 pitch to Jack Hamilton. Whiffed at for the first out
And that is
at last.
Yeah. 30 minutes later, the first out in this half inning has been recorded.
Shortstop number 17, Nathan.
So now it's Nathan Hoffman who led off the sitting with a walk.
Yep. Let's see if we can
Looks
get
like
another
there's
one.
some action in the Colorado bullpen. We'll update you on who that is, or maybe it's just Moreno staying loose. Can't confirm. This has been a long half inning, and if the Buffs are able to go through the next of it scoreless as Hoffman hits it hard out to center, that'll score one. Here comes another, and the Buffs are up 12-0. Nathan Hoffman, 2 RBIs and a single.
And that was we got some Italian music playing now.
Luca Genovese steps to the plate. If you can't tell by now, he is Italian.
Yeah.
12-0 Buffs. 1 out. Seven runs across this inning for Colorado. First pitch
And that's a
outside.
lot.
Here comes the 8th run of the inning. It's 13-0. Bailey scores on the wild pitch. Hoffman
And
to second.
The
Oh,
catcher
man.
should have had that one. I mean, it bounced off of his
See-
glove. It was a little bit outside. He had to reach.
And at this point, you can't really blame Stratton Miller. You go into this inning, you bring in a relief pitcher.
Yep.
You expect him to at least get through the inning.
Yeah. And
I
I mean,
wouldn't really.
Miller
think-
pitched last game,
Right,
too.
I don't think Miller expected to pitch today.
Yeah.
So comes in on short notice, very little rest, and he's bouncing some balls in the dirt. 2-0 on Genovese.
Just because we have some time, I would like to go back to that Nathan Hoffman hit because that thing just floated right where he wanted it, right to the top of the zone. It was the perfect pitch to hit.
That ball, he went around on it. Strike one. What about some? Obviously there's Babe Ruth,
Yeah.
but who are some famous Italians? There's Anthony Rizzo,
Joe DiMaggio.
Joe DiMaggio, Joey Gallo. I wouldn't call him famous, but he's Italian for sure.
Joey Gallo. Joey Gallo. I wouldn't.
He's
I would not
Italian
call
for
him
sure.
famous.
I mean, I'm
Yeah.
just thinking of different names.
Mario.
Mario,
the video game
the
character.
Video game character.
Yep.
Luigi as well.
Yeah.
Looks like Rishi Nair steps in the on-deck circle as a pinch hitter. Tapped foul. Full count.
I always say full count is where men are made. We'll see what happens here.
See if he can make his homeland proud.
I'm sure all of Italy is watching this right now. Is there?
The entire country. Watches the 3-2. Outside, ball 4. Genovese walks to Sicily. And 2 are on for Rishi Nair, replacing Spencer Kazmarski.
I've always wanted to go to Italy.
Me too.
Tell you.
I mean, that's where my lineage comes from. So
Mine too. I'm actually looking forward to the 2026 Winter Olympics. Going to be held in
in
Milan.
Italy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rishi Nair takes a ball. Looks
know-
like there is another pinch hitter on deck, Nathan Tunks.
Well, a game like this, might as well get everyone in that bat.
That ball hammered out to right center. That gets down. Here comes a runner. Some miscommunication. They'll hold Genovese at third, but it's an RBI double for Rishi Nair.
He got all of that ball as he's able to put it into the gap between the center and right fielder, right where you want to put a ball a lot of the time, honestly.
Recaps galore, weekly awards, stat lines, Steven hot takes.
I think we're kind of running out of walk-up music here.
Yeah.
A lot of at-bats this inning. Nathan Tunks.
Nathan Tunks.
Tunks in for Andrew Garcia. Garcia exits after 2 RBI base hit his last time up. Miller delivers a ball. I will say. How many balls do you think there have been this inning?
Man, I wish we'd been counting. Maybe 100.
We're getting up there. And there's another. Nearly hit him. Tunks stands tall. Looks like Zach Andrews will indeed bat behind him, though. The 2-0 from Miller. In there. Just has to throw a strike at this point.
It kind of looked like the umpire decided before the catcher had actually caught it there. He was ready to call a strike.
14-0 Buffaloes. Second game of a doubleheader. 3-1 the count on Tunks. We're in the bottom of the fourth. Wyoming now needs 5 runs in the top of the fifth to keep this game afloat. 2-1 pitch. In there for strike 2.
Caught the bottom of the zone right there.
Come on, Tunkerton.
Tunkerton digs in. The 2-2. Called strike 3.
Hey, you. Hey, bring it down a little bit. No need for the tune, man.
Second out of the frame.
I think this umpire's ready to go home.
No,
if
that's
I may
Zach
say
Andrews.
so.
Oh, wait, is it? Zach Andrews up to bat.
Ooh.
You didn't even correct yourself. You said correction.
Correction number 3, Zach Andrews.
Kieran corrects himself on the mic. Andrews up with 2 down. Runners on second and third. Pitch misses high. 2-0 the count. We've got a photo op for Colby. Cute little Rockies plush baseball with some gel in there, but
I'm gonna-
Andrews gets tied up and swings.
I'm going to make this
It's
picture
2-1.
my lock screen.
The delivery? Corkscrewed over to second, and that ends the inning. 9 Buffaloes come around to score. It is 14-0. We head to the fifth, where Wyoming would need 5 to prevent this night from ending.
Ends the half inning that was well over 30 minutes long.
Yeah, that was approaching about 45.
I would say so, yes.
We head to the fifth here from Scott Carpenter Park.
Ladies and gentlemen, your favorite commentators are back in the booth. Balin Weisup alongside me, Lincoln Roach.
Sorry I had to wait so long at that inning,
Yeah.
getting stuck
Holy
with
cow.
Harrison Simeon and
Hellish
Colby
inning
Wyatt. I know.
for the Cowboys. Down, they got a little bit of a deficit here.
Just a wee bit.
They down
14-0.
You know, it's never over, but Cowboys do need at least 5 runs to extend this game, or else the mercy will kick in and call it a day.
Do you believe in miracles?
Do you believe in miracles?
Not tonight.
This might be a stretch. Tapped over to third. Biberoche with the play. The throw to first in time. Great play there.
This might be a real brief.
Biberoche over at the
inning
hot
here.
corner. Hot corner. We got Bryce Camino digging in here.
Still got Moreno at pitcher. Let's see if he can.
And our favorite guy, Ryan Piskrowski, is up on deck. So
can finish the shutout. Who's on deck? Ryan Piskorski? Or
Skort
Pick-
Piskowski.
Piskorski?
I generally don't know who this is. There's no 35 in their game, can't be rough.
Yeah. We have a guest or a ghost batter. Don't know what the name is. We'll see if he can come through though.
Number
Pitch, got a good
35.
swing on it. Great stop there. The throw in time. Fielding has shined here for the first 2 outs.
Well,
Buffs
we may
one
be.
away.
We really might be not talking for too much longer, Balin.
What a night.
I know.
What a night. A lot of baseball dominated by the black
by the
and gold.
Buffaloes.
Well, we won game 1 11-4. Game 2 looking to be a 14-0 victory in a shutout in extras. And I mean in before extras, 5th inning. It's been a pleasure. Swing and a miss.
Let's see
That
if
is
this
also
our last.
true. There is a couple moving
Last
pieces for
batter
the
here.
remaining games on the schedule because a couple of them had to get moved around. But this could be the final game we see at Scott Carpenter this spring. Beautiful ballpark, but if not, we will be back here this fall right here on Scobuff Sports. Buffs 1 strike away. The 1-2.
Speaking of finals, did you catch
Strike
the-
3, swing and a miss.
And that's game.
Game over. Not a lot of
Wow.
fight out of the Cowboys today. 14-0 your final in game 2.
Nick, how long was
Buffaloes.
that? How long?
This game was 2 hours long.
2
2
hours.
hours.
2 hours and they didn't score a run.
2 hours shutout.
14-0. Buffaloes win both games of the doubleheader.
Oh.
I believe that puts their record at 8-7, if I'm not mistaken.
I mean, the Buffalo in this game, they really went. They attacked both towers. There's no denying.
They flew
They flew right in
through
to New York and went for both towers
right
there.
there. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning into Scobuff Sports. I'm Ben Weissman. Alongside me is Lincoln Roach. Thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you all next time.